Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time. This case that you are about to watch is a case of child molestation, forceful adoption, betrayal of trust. And please watch this video to the end so that you can see what is happening around the world, because this video is very sympathetic. Till we come your way next time, please remain blessed and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much and bye.
Thank you and join. Bear with us. You can off. Okay, good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
How are you, please?
Fine.
Oh no, you have to speak up. I have no microphone here, so you will speak up so that we can hear you exactly what you came to this office to come and complain. I see from what you write, you say, please, I ran to your office for justice. I have been denied access also to my 2 kids, 7 years, 3 years in 2009. Till date, I have not set my eyes on them. With much threat from my husband, like I said, I need help. Okay, tell us what happened. How did you meet Mr. Ohazirike? Are you both of you just acquainting? Is he your husband? Were you people properly married? What transpired? Give us the details of what happened. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Madam Joy Ohazirike. I'm from Abia State.
Okay.
My husband's name is Mr. Dominic Ikechukwu Ohazirike. Actually, with my husband, we are married. We are married traditionally.
Which year?
That is 2000 and that is 1999.
1999. Okay, go ahead.
That's 1999, 28 February. I met my husband.
Okay.
In the year 1992.
Okay.
1992, when I was finishing my secondary school.
Okay.
So I paid my senior sister visit at Aba, where she resides, and my husband, they are living the same street. So then I knew one of my village girl that both of them, I do see them together because it's that my sister that brought us together. By sometimes she will send me an errand to that place, and himself sometimes he will ask me to fetch water for him because I was little then. I was 17 years to 18, so he will ask me to fetch water for him, something like that. From there we become close, and my senior sister too. So at that time we have been going together, like he sent me some messages. But when I finished school, I came to stay with my sister. Probably my sister wants to leave to his husband's place, so I was the only one there in Aba. There's nobody to stay with me, you know, just accompany me as little girl I was then. So because of the relationship, like family friend, my sister go to him and invited him, explained everything to him, and told him that he wants him to represent me as a senior in this town as she's living. That makes my sister to introduce him to our landlord, where my sister stays then, as my own senior brother, so that if anything happen, our landlord can be able to get him then. So that is how it started. So my sister left to his husband's place. I was staying in my sister's place, and sometimes he would send me message as usual. And when my sister was about leaving, my sister told me that the house we were living, when the house expired, she was living 2 rooms. Then when the house expired, I have to pay for 1 room and then start using 1 room. So at a time, I took him like a senior brother in a way. At a time, the house expired. When the house expired, for me to pay, because my sister left her shop for me where she was selling clothes at Ungwa Road then. she left the place. I was managing the shop. I have money to pay for that house then, but he said no. Since I am alone and he was alone in his own side, there is no need me paying for the house, that I should come over and start staying with him, which I did not tell my sister then, because I have started taking him like my brother. So I start staying with him. From that time on, I didn't pay for the house rent again. He accommodated me. We stayed till 1996. He started planning traveling abroad. When he started planning traveling abroad, he then told me that there is no need. Since I have been with him, he have trained me to his test, that he will marry me. That he will marry me, that he will go to my parents and tell my parents that he will marry me before traveling, so that I will be for him. That is how the marriage started. So from there, to be honest, he knows too well that I've not known any man then. From there, he disvirgined me, and that day we went to my parents. My parents never wanted the marriage because they told him I'm small. But since he said he's traveling out, that it's just for me to be on his name, they accepted the thing. He did not pay any money, but he only paid the bride price and collected list and travel. Then when he traveled, he has a problem on the way traveling. Then his brothers, his family, they have known me that time. Then he was a carpenter, a furniture designer. So they know me too well, they know him. Nobody is arguing the marriage then. I had no problem with the family then. They were using me like house girl. I can live with this person today, tomorrow I will live with the other family. So when my husband traveled and they had problem on the way and come back, when he came back, things wasn't like it was before. So, and throughout that period, anything, he's not feeling happy again. He's not happy over everything. When
Okay, go ahead.
he said, oh, let's travel. Even the way he was attending to me wasn't like earlier time. But I find out that it's because of the money he spent on his travel. So I will decide. Said anyhow we can raise money. Himself, he's trying. The goods I was selling, the little one money I had at hand then, I decided not to continue buying goods with it. I say, okay, in this case, this is the money that I have sold for the goods. I'm supposed to buy goods, but use it. He said it's no problem. He collected the money happily and tell me that if he travel, he will even buy a shop for me, that things will be normal, which I believe God. My husband traveled, though there's no problem. We were happily married then, living happily. He called me on phone, I called him on phone. But my problem started from the senior brother then. Immediately my husband traveled, the family start seeing it that I don't deserve him or he don't deserve me. Saying it that if their brother make money, that I will control the money, something like that, which is never my intention. And my husband himself then was showing me really that we started this life together at a time. My husband came back that 1998. He came back 1998. That 1998, he said he's not going to do any marriage unless he build a house where I will carry my things and enter. Because if I carry my things and enter his brother's house, which is their family house, that things will not be okay. He knows the kind of letter he received from his brothers and sisters before coming, but they don't know how we started. For that, nobody can stop the marriage. Now we continue. He started the house 1998. Then 1999 February 28, we have our traditional marriage. After the traditional marriage, 1999 28 February.
Okay.
That was when we had our traditional marriage. Then from that time, the traditional marriage, I know the problem. Even that day, my husband beat me before the traditional marriage day. For what? Because there's one of his sister, they said the woman had been writing him that he should more marry me. And this woman that had been writing me has been the one using me. I am selling for him. I was selling pure water. I was selling those things for him on Sundays. After those things, he will still write my husband by telling him this or that, which my husband got upset with her. Then when my husband traveled, he sent me $100. Man and woman, no distance, no love, but I was the one trying to bring love into that family. After all said and done, immediately my husband married me, the senior brother starts pulling him, telling him all sort of story. If he doesn't tell him that I am this, he will tell him that I am that, till my husband decide to take me to South Africa. When my husband take me to South Africa, that they believe that maybe the jazz I'm using have touched their brother. I was in South Africa 2000. I was pregnant. So when we went to South Africa, my husband and I was living happily till I put to bed. When I put to bed, even when they got this thing that I have put to bed, the senior brother said that it's not me that born that child, that we adopt a child. Because if you see my son, he's just more or less white. He said that we adopted the child. I didn't hear it from him. It's my husband that said it. It's what he said. Now, since then, and I put to bed through CS, my husband and I was staying in South Africa. I never knew before, I never believed that this juju of a 10 can manipulate somebody, because all this while this has been happening, and when it happened, my husband would come and tell me how it happened. So I was thinking it that whatever they are doing is not for us. So that's this in 2001, my son, I put to bed. Then 2002, my father was sick and we're supposed to come down to East. Now my husband said that we'll be coming home with the son, at least my first child, and he said that we will not enter the same flight because of accident or that kind of a thing, that I have to be going. When I get home, his brother will take me to my place before his arrival. We went to village, his brother refuses, and my daddy was sick. I did everything, they refused. I stayed a month and before my husband returned. It was that day my husband returned that we went to see my father, and my father was very down, as if he was waiting for me to arrive, for him to carry my baby.
Hold on. I want to appeal to you viewers that are watching us, please and please, to avoid you being blocked. Because if I can say that you people, instead of you concentrating on what the statement she's giving us on how we can take to resolve a problem, you have divided the house by replying yourself, sending comment here and there, insult and all that. You're insulting yourself. Please, if you don't stop that, I'll begin to block you people now. I've told you people, in as much as you need me, I need you. I will not watch any of you turn this platform to any nonsense. If you want to concentrate and listen to her on how we can resolve the problem, then become as a responsible adult that you are, and let's just concentrate to listen to her and stop all this. Because I'm not going to, if I watch any of you responding back to yourself again, I'll begin to block both you that send the message and the replier. I will block you. Go ahead.
So when we go to my father, after my father seeing us, my father passed away the next day. Though my husband was around after the burial of my father. My husband was with me till the burial of my father. But when I start noticing something is during that burial of my father. My husband did not attend that burial of my father, but he was in Nigeria. He told me that I know that in our family, though, yes, we are poor. He said they know that he's the one hand in the family, but if he should come through shaking or this and that people may harm him, so he will be aside and watch. I believe him and accepted him without knowing he was having another thing in mind. That was when my problem started, after my husband left to South Africa. My husband couldn't give me attention again. There was a house he bought. That house, I with him, we started everything together. We are doing like one. But at a time when my husband wasn't giving me attention, I didn't still call it anything till when my child was 1 year and he's supposed to be taken back to South Africa for injection. I told my husband I went to South Africa again. That was when I noticed that my husband was having another woman at South Africa. When he told me that is the woman he's using in his business or that, I didn't say anything, because where I was living then wasn't the place he took me to the second time. I never knew, he never told the woman about me. And I never knew, maybe that is why he packed out from that place when we were living before. We were staying. Sometimes he will leave the house. He will not come back. He will tell me that he went for a business. No problem. Till one day, the phone rang, because he don't used to give me phone when I go to South Africa. He will collect the phone, but I will be answering landline. And it's only him that used to call the landline. So that day, the landline rang. I picked the call. When I picked the call, I heard a woman's voice. When I heard a woman's voice, he said, give the phone to Mark. I said, Mark is not around. He said, you bitch, where are you? You're in the house? I said, who is calling me bitch? I am Mark's wife. I'm not a bitch. She dropped the phone. It's like she called my husband immediately, because nothing I saw at the door is my husband to come back and ask me to enter motor with my child. I don't know what was happening. He took me with my child, drove straight to a hotel. When we get to the hotel, what next? My husband told me that next available flight, we are going to Nigeria.
You and your child?
Yes, I am my child. What happened? He said we are going to Nigeria. Has my child never taken the injection? Why am I asking him another question? I was like that, even if I'm going to Nigeria, my senior brother is here. Can't he tell my senior brother that I'm going to Nigeria? This thing I'm telling you, my husband left us at their hotel and drove out again. Before I could see my husband, it's like around 3 the following day. Then that same day, my husband took us to Nigeria, straight to Nigeria. He followed us. I just find out that he want to make sure that we arrive in Nigeria. My husband dropped us at the village while we are staying at Aba. He's from Mbano. He dropped us at the village. I said, let him go and collect key from his senior sister at Aba, so that he will go and open the house. I waited for my husband. I never knew that my husband have traveled back to South Africa from that place and left me and my child at the village, and told the senior brother that he should not allow me go back to Aba. I should remain in the village. After 3 days, I was like, when I call his number, the number is not ringing, he's not picking the call. I asked his senior brother, what is going on? Your brother is not picking phone. He said if he doesn't pick phone, I should forget about that. I said I want to go to Aba to know if there is any problem. What the senior brother told me, if there is any problem, that is me that is the problem. I don't know what was going on.
Oh, wow.
We stayed village like 2 months. I can't stand it again. He didn't drop money with me. nothing. I ate from the husband's, the senior brother's pot. You know how it is, my little boy. So there is no other thing. I said, I'm going back to Aba. I went to Aba. I went to the senior sister. I collected key. I asked the senior sister if he came to her. The senior sister said he just came and told her that I am in the village. I collected the key. I opened the house. I saw a written note on our dining table. So I go through the note. I just find out that my husband has been living with me, nursing another thing in his mind against me, which I did not. My husband turned it that I came to South Africa to rule his life, that that lady has been the source of the money I am eating, that he never told me that he is married to somebody. So why do I go and tell the person that I am the wife? After the whole distance, I said, my wife. Son then. Now, after how many years, my husband never been sending me money, but he thought maybe that was the end of my life till my husband came back. When my husband came back, he just behaved as if he is not with himself when those things happen. He told me that he never even know that his coming to Nigeria with me wasn't what he planned. But at the end of it, thank God that I was able to take care of the kid. I took it as one of those things. Life began again. I was staying with him, just suffering and smiling. After that one, I started realizing that what the senior brother was practicing on my husband has started manifesting, because he wasn't the man I knew that I was with before. Okay, after that one, this thing now that brought to this problem, because as I am, last thing I can do is, even if you are my brother, when you do bad thing, I will tell you that what you did was wrong. My husband came back. He don't tell me that he's coming back from Nigeria again. I will only hear that my husband is in the village without coming to the house direct. Only when he came to the house and went to the village, the senior brother asked him, oh, that I have controlled him to the extent that when he come, he will not even touch the village first. He start going to the house direct. My husband told him that he was coming to the village direct that time because he haven't built house in Aba. And since he has a place living now, that when he comes back, that he will go and see the family first before coming to the village. If anybody sees him and want to come, let them come to and visit him. That was what he told me that the brother said. I didn't say anything. I didn't complain. My greatest surprise after that visit, my husband came back again, went directly to the village, just dancing to the tune of his senior brother. He went directly to the village again. That I start suspecting. I said, okay. When I go to the village to meet my husband that day, I never knew they had a meeting against me. The senior sister who stays Aba, I saw her a day before that day. She was going to the village. I even bought things for her in the market. Now they went to the village. When I got information that my husband is in the village, I have to go to the village. When I reached the village, I saw my husband. And then he asked me, who asked me to come to the village? Did he invite me to the village? I said, why won't I come to the village? Is it not our village again? He said that here is not my village again, that here is not where I belong. What is going on? Reaching at night, I never knew that they had meeting. They want to fight me, beat me. My husband went on, took something. When I heard he shout, he fall on the ground. I rushed my husband. I said, what is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? For me to carry him up, what I had at my back was a big slap. The senior brother slapped me, the sister, all of them, they start fighting me. After that fight that day, my husband just called me and said, he just want to prove to me, for him to show me that the family doesn't have love for me, that I should be with him, not for the family. I said, Daddy, as it is, I am with you, but there's no how I can put enmity between me and your family. This is one family. I'm just saying that he doesn't want the relationship between me and his family. After all said and done, my husband started dancing to the tune of his brother. On 2009, there was a problem in the family. I traveled home. That's exactly what brought this problem now. There was a problem in the family. I went home for Easter. When I get home, normally I used to buy things and share for the children and for other people. So there is one lady at our house there. When I went to the family to give the children little things I bought for them, then the lady told me that her daughter was sleeping. I said, okay, when they wake up to bring the children, I have something for them. I want to leave. The lady told me, auntie, that if she didn't come now, I would think that she don't want to come. That what happened between my husband, brother, and the child, that she doesn't come to our family again. I was thinking that is the small boy. I never knew that the case was my husband's senior brother. I said, what happened? She explained to me that my husband's elder brother disvirgin her daughter. I was like, how can it be? I didn't believe how initially, but I took the small girl out.
How old is the girl?
9 years. I interviewed the small girl. I said, come, do you know that if a baby lies, that he will go to hellfire? Why did your mommy ask you to be lying and you're lying? I took the girl off from the mother. So after interviewing the girl, you know when a child is telling you the truth, if you will find out. I said, why are you lying? He said, auntie, I'm not lying. That day was on Sunday. They went to pick African apple, we call it odara. So when they went and picked the odara is in our compound. They went and picked it. On their way going, they saw that my husband's senior brother, he collected the odara from the children. Say, why did they come and pick it? So when he collected it, the children start going. He then tell them that anyone that love him should run after him, come and hug him. You know, children, they run after him. The girl was the first person that hugged the man. He said he gave him odara too and left. Then after that one, within a short time, their mother has gone to church. Within a short time, that my husband's senior brother called the little girl again. There was a place we wanted to build, and there was this tree there. He said he was at the back of the tree and called the small girl to come. The small girl went there. When he went there, the man gave him this African apple again and asked the girl to do what he said, that he will still give her more. You know, children. The girl was there, according to the little girl, that my husband's senior brother starts touching the little girl and bring out his body.
Go ahead.
Okay. That my husband's senior brother starts using the little girl. So after the little girl explained those things for me, I was like, how can it be true? I went to the wife. I said, the wife, look at what I am hearing, that I took the small girl. The wife said, if I have not had it over there, Baba, that is what is rumoring everywhere, that herself, even in the market, that women will gather. If she's coming, they will close mouth. They will not even know. She will not know that it's her they are talking about. That is her little daughter.
It happened when?
That is 2009. 2009 April. Because this thing, we came down for April, Easter, before I made the incident. So that is her little daughter that came to tell her, look at what is going, people are talking, that her daddy did this to that little girl. I said, now you, what did you do to find out if it's true? The woman told me that since she started church, she's not left Catholic church to any other church, but because of this thing that has made her to went to a prayer house, that her senior sister took her to a place, that when she get there,
so she did not go to station to go and complain, she went to church.
She said she just to find out. The lady that the thing happens to, her daughter, wasn't the person I'm talking. My senior brother's wife, my husband's senior brother's wife, that's my mate, is what I'm saying now. He said she went to church to find out Say when she got there, the woman in the church prophesy on her, say, woman, this thing you are going after, seeking, if you find it, what will you do? If it's what you want to find out, it's what your husband did. Your husband has been a diabolic. He has been doing this and been doing that. But just look unto the children you have for him. If it's for husband, that person is not a man to be with. I said, that means it's true. She said that she's not even sleeping with his husband again, that he has taken her phone out of the husband's room. Till death, it has nothing to do with the husband again. The thing just wake me. I was like, what do we do? I never even know that the villagers, they have intervened on the matter. They plan to come and burn our house. In respect of my husband, they only giving him the respect that he must come, because if they put fire on that house, it will affect our own, because it's the same fence. Now, my husband, I never knew. The villagers, they said, unless my husband will come back, they gave him date. If he doesn't come back, that they will burn the man's house for such attitude. Now, my husband, they called him. God knows I wasn't the one that called my husband. I don't know who called him. Then he called me and asked me, what is going on? I said, this is not phone matter, because I know if I table the matter now, it will turn against me. I said, this is not phone matter. You better come back, that this thing is very hot.
And you are digressing from your own case to another case now.
And that is what brought this problem between me and my husband.
Okay, go ahead.
This is what brought it. So, on that fateful day, that Easter day was on 12th April. My husband came home on 10th. That night, we stayed. He asked me. I told him what I knew. And after everything, at that night, my husband said he met with his brother. That his brother said he never used his body to penetrate the girl. That he used his hand to finger the girl. So in that case, I was like, what a shame. How can he even say something like that in his mouth? What prompted him doing such thing? I don't like it. So I was like telling my husband that in this case, my husband was thinking that the girl did not, his brother did not disvirgin the girl. That for him to make case with those people, for his brother to be aside the shame, while already the villagers have already known. He said now what he will do is to carry the girl to the hospital. If he find out that since his brother said he uses his hand, if he find out that the girl is not virgin, that he has to sue them for assaulting his brother. I wasn't happy with such things. I said, I don't like that, it's no good. Had it been that this case, these people, they have money, that your brother wouldn't be here till you met him. That this is so years imprisonment. Instead of you going to make case with these people now. Last night I was watching your brother when Rose came with her daughters to watch film. Had it been, I know your husband, had it your brother, had it been, is not what your brother did, he will not allow Rose to cross our compound. But your brother went inside and brought chair for Rose. Say, I know him. He's guilty of what he did. That was the only thing I said. Hey, my husband catch fire. So far as he's his brother, I will say let them kill him. Had it been is my own brother, will I be supporting him, like saying all these things? I say my senior brother cannot do this kind of thing. Reaching the following that instead, carry this money. You want to start making case, carry this money, give it this woman to go and take care of her baby. Even if change remain, they want to use it and eat, let them use it and eat. Than establishing case against this poor lady is not good. My husband didn't listen to me. Reaching the following morning, the villagers, they brought out 2 persons, him, the brother, and the father of that child with the child. They went to one hospital close to our area there. Myself, I didn't even know it was what they are going. They went. When they went, the doctor doesn't even know. They said the doctor should go and check the girl. The doctor went and checked the girl and found out that the girl has been disvirgin.
So at the end of the day, what happened? What brought about your own problem?
In this problem now, when that problem started, my husband turned everything that I am rejoicing over what happened in the family. I said no. That same night, my husband said I should leave the family. My husband said I should leave the family. Leaving the family, I said okay. He said I should leave the family with my son and my little girl. I thought maybe he don't want me to stay in the family because they said that the brother has to do this thing, some sacrifice to cleanse the land for what he did. I've said maybe he don't want me to be there when they are doing this thing. I have to go to Aba with my kids. When I get to Aba with my kids, do you know what my husband did? My husband then took drink to our village straight with bitter cola, half jar of drink, and went to our family and tell my brother that they should come and carry me, that his marriage is bitter, he cannot continue with the marriage again. Myself, I never knew what was going on. He said he cannot continue with the marriage again, that they should come and carry me. After that, he still came back. He will still call me on phone and be sending me message.
What kind of messages?
Like that time we were building. My husband, I never knew, has planned everything to make sure that sometimes when we are having some issue, he will say, the day I will leave his house, I will leave his house empty-handed. He will send me message. I will go to the site. I will be there. He will say I should go and ask for gravel. I will call people for gravel. They will bring gravel or sand. I will pay them. And
with your money?
With my money. With my money. Because normally it's what he used to do. But when he come back, he will pay me back my money. All those days when he send me such message, I'll be the one controlling some of his investments. Like those building, I will be doing it. If I do finish, if he come back, he will say how much. I will bring the receipt of everything. He will pay me. But I never knew then that he has turned against me just to keep me handicapped. So he sent me. I go and ask for that gravel. They brought gravel. They brought those. What was going on? My husband will come and at the site, he will call me. I will bring motor. Many places we may go to buy nail, cement, all those things. He will still remain at the site. But he wasn't eating my food again. If I give him food, he will not eat. I will bring food to the site, he say he will not eat. Follow me to the house, we will stay at the site. After some minutes, he will say, let's go. We will go. When I come at the junction, he will open the car and come down and say I should go. I was like, Daddy, what is happening? What is happening? After those things, he tell me that he's not complaining. I want to know what is happening. Myself, this thing was disturbing me, till that fateful day. My husband left with me. After some time, my husband called me on phone. When he called me on phone, he said, Mommy, where are you? I said, I am sitting at the front of our house, our lobby. He said, is anybody there? I said, yes, my kids, my house help, and my brother. He said I should enter inside room. I enter inside room. My husband told me that, can I tell him the truth now? I said, Daddy, if you ask me something I know, I will tell you the truth. He said, Mommy, who is the father of Destiny? That is my daughter. Who is the father of Destiny? I said, the father of Destiny. I said, you are the father of Destiny. And this thing is making second time he's asking me that question. So that day when he said that Destiny, my little girl of 3 years, our compound, we are not living with anybody, that my little girl of 3 years, who doesn't even speak before him, went out and told somebody that I said that he is not the father, that when he come back and I will take Destiny to his father. I know my husband, you know. So when he says something like, I said, Daddy, anytime you want to go talk something, go straight and ask me, is it what you're asking me? I said, okay, first thing, you have told me this thing before, and at that time I wanted to wait till you come back, and when you come back and we repeat this matter, I will ask you to show me the father of this child. But when you are coming back, he came back buying things for this girl, calling her Ada. Then when I complained to the sister said, don't I know whom Dom is? I should forget about such matter. Now you have repeated this thing again. That day, I said, no. I will go to the family. I will tell them that my husband have to provide me the father of this child, so that I will know. And that now I will inform my family, so that I will know the father of the child. Now that is too early. He called me again on phone. I was speaking, he called, we were talking, till he dropped the phone that I don't want to tell him the truth. I was crying. bitterly. It was even around 7:30 in the night. I was crying bitterly. I couldn't hold myself again.
But you later do DNA test?
No, we didn't. And that is what I said after the whole this. I want to know if he's not the father of the child, so that I will know. Now, that night, out of anger, I said no, that I must go to the village, complain to the people, and my people will come, so that this thing, he will prove the father of the child. When I called my husband on phone again, he will pick the call, but he will not say anything. He will only answer if I'm ready to tell him the truth. I say, okay, I'm not telling you the truth, but the truth will come out. I left the house that night. My neighbor was there. I told him, Oyinye, that I'm going to the village now. But I didn't tell the girl why I was doing. I said, I'm going to the village. Oyinye said, Auntie, you're crying. What happened? I said, I'm going to the village. I left the house to the park. Anybody from know that there are time you will go to the park, you will not even get motor. I reached there. I didn't get any motor. I start coming back. When I start coming back, he called me on phone. I said, Daddy, yes. He said, where are you? I said, I am on the road, walking like a mad woman. That I don't have any destination again. You have made me a walking ghost.
So what now happened? You don't need to tell us what your conversation, you say this, you say that. Tell us exactly. Go ahead. You have to summarize.
Okay.
Yeah.
What really happened is, in this case now, during this problem, I never know what he's having in mind was to quit the marriage. That night, my husband was calling me. Then on my way coming back, I stood at the junction. I didn't get any bike. There's one mechanic. That mechanic is his friend. Is our neighbor. Is our friend, is his neighbor. So when the man was coming out, myself, I was standing there. And that particular day, my husband called him on phone, asked him to come and carry my car, because my car was having problem. If not, I would have used my car to that
What
village.
now happened, madam?
Okay, the thing that happened is that after the distance, my husband went and filed a case against me at the court.
That what?
That he caught me with a man.
Where?
At first, he said he caught me with a man, red-handed, in his room, having sex. He arrested me. From that day, the DPO at that station told him, man, had it been that this woman, you caught your wife red-handed with a man in your room, because I was in the cell when the DPO came in the morning, going through the cell, called me out. I explained everything that happened. The man said, where is your husband? That night, my husband called police to the house.
Which night?
The night of that day, he said the child wasn't her child.
Okay.
Yes, that night. Now, my husband called police. When he called the police, when the police came, do you know what my husband said? My husband said that I am a prostitute living in his house, that he wants me out.
He went and called police.
Yes, he called
And
police.
not that you people were having problem.
No problem. The problem we are having is that issue of my baby. He said
Okay.
my baby wasn't the daughter. And on my way going home, I couldn't get motor. When I was coming back, I was standing at the junction. I couldn't get bike or motor. I was standing waiting for bike. Then I saw that our mechanic, who is also our neighbor, Ogalati is his name. Without knowing that my husband has another thing in mind. When I saw Ogalati break. Madam, where are you going by this time? Say, Ogalati, no, I am going back home. Why did you come and carry the motor? My husband said you should come and carry.
No, tell us waiting you and Ogalati talk again. Tell me exactly waiting you and your husband talk.
It's from there that my husband, Ogalati, came and dropped me. When Ogalati dropped me, that same time there was armed robbery on our street. Understand? Ogalati dropped me and I entered inside. When I entered inside, I was hearing voice. My younger brother was the person saying, Mommy, this is bro Ike's voice. I came out. When I came out, I found out that my husband stopped Ogalati and was holding him on his chest. I said, Daddy, what is happening? He said, hey, I told you your cup will full. I told you what? I said, my cup will full. That my cup has full. Or what? I hold him. They start having problem. When my husband went inside, my husband told me before God that he never knew that he was Ogalati. Now, that same night, my husband decided to go and register a case against me at the police station. Instead of telling the police what happened, he said he caught me red-handed in his bed, having fun with a man. When the DPO called me out and asked me, I said, sir, nothing like that. If you come to our house, we have a big gate. The gate was chained with barbed wire. We have a second gate entering to our house. I don't think I am so stupid that I would descend myself too low to stay with a man in my matrimonial bed. Till my husband, did he jump the fence to come and meet the man or what? When the DPO find everything, say, Mr. Man, I heard you are abroad. Well, what are you people learning over there? If actually that this is what happened, I know that you, as I saw you with your temper, you would hurt this man or get one thing to prove. After everything, he find that DPO has given him idea. It's through this court, this thing that I came to find out that my husband went again and said he caught me with a man in the motor in front of his house, sleeping with the man, which is not true. And all this thing is happening. My husband didn't tell me that we are separating. It's from that day they arrested me from police station. From the police station, he called my people that they should come to me, that they have caught me with a man, this, that. My people came and they saw the whole insult and everything they do to me. My people have to say, let's go home. We went home. He told them that I'm not entering his house.
Don't hit the table.
Okay, sorry, ma.
Yeah.
That I'm not entering the house. That they should take me from that place to my village. From that place to my village, there they took me. My people said, let's go. That I have where I come from. Even though if there is anything, that Ike should come. He said he will be coming on Sunday. We are waiting for him to come on Sunday so that we ratify everything. My husband came. When my husband came, he came with, if this cloth is skirt and blouse, he came with the skirt, he will leave the blouse. He will come with the left shoe, he will leave the right. It's just like that. He came. When he came, he said, yes, he told me that the day I will leave his house, that I will leave empty-handed. Have I been sure now that I will leave it? That's what his brother did. Is never a taboo. That after all, he has settled the case. Me that want to carry the case on my head now, where am I? Where have I landed myself? That is how my husband drove out with his brother and one of his friends. From that day, my husband took my children. He carried my boy and my daughter. I stayed and stayed. I go back to the house. When I go back to the compound, my husband have carried the whole paper of the compound, take lawyer, all his houses. He said no more landlady, that I should not enter the house again. He took the lawyer take in charge of everything. That particular house where we are saying, he mounted the house for sale. When he mounted the house for sale, I wasn't bothered. I said, okay, give me access to my children. Let me be seeing my children. My husband said that those children are not my children because I delivered those children through CS, that he paid for the children. Now my husband started going to court. At the court, I did not appear at the court for one day because of what I was passing through. During all this period he is doing this thing, I wasn't okay. I stayed there, stayed in the house, no feeding, no nothing. He just abandoned me there. Now, what I saw again is court case file. I was in pains. I was in pains, which my husband know that what I am into, I suppose not be carrying around since that 2009.
You were in pain. What kind of pain?
I was having this thing on my leg. That period, I was having this my place, they call it oture, on my leg.
Oture means what?
It's a kind of disease. It's a kind of disease. Look at it, something like this.
Put it on your camera.
Okay.
Show it from your phone there.
This is what I was passing through then. I was passing through this, and my husband know that I was in this pen, and he go ahead adding another pen on it. So I said, okay, even if this should be the this thing, why I am here is this. Short. Why I am here is not after whatever that has happened. My husband should let me have access to my children. Those children
drop the picture.
Those children are the only thing I have. He took the boy, he took the girl, age 3 and 7 years. And from that day, my husband vowed that my eyes cannot see those kids. Immediately after that, my husband remarried, meaning that he has his plan. He remarried and was living with the wife. I have done everything to see these kids. I will go, if I heard that there is school somewhere, upon this thing that happened to my leg, I will be using it. I will call back, they will carry me. And if I put something on it, like using trouser to cover it, if I come back to remove it, is a problem. I can't remove that, and it will be on that. I was passing those through first, searching for these children. From that time till now, I've never set my eyes on my children. And this my husband, who is doing all this thing, he has 3 wives. He's a father of 6 children with single mother.
Before you people married, or after you people
After he have married me,
start having children now.
he has having
everywhere.
children, yes. And those children, they are staying with their mothers. Why my own, they are not staying with me? They are not staying with me. I pleaded to him, Daddy, let me have access to my children. Whatever that happened, I believe that God wanted to happen for me to know the kind of man I am living inside the house with, and the family I am into. Because without all these things that happen, maybe it's how God just want to take me out from that family. I believe I would have been a dead person by now. But let me have access to my children. Those children now, when I go there, my husband told my children that I am mad. I am mad. That when the children saw me, that they will run away. There's no need for me looking for those children, unless if I want to embarrass myself. I have done everything. If I go to police, after the whole this thing, they will tell me, you are the biological mother of these children, we will go for you. When we go there, my husband will come there. If it's something I spend 1 naira, my husband will spend 20 naira. The case will just go like that. I go to women affair, just like that. My husband will say that my children is at South Africa. They will tell him, go and bring the documents you used and take these children to South Africa. My husband will cut the SIM card. If you call him, that SIM card will not go again.
You now don't know where he's living.
Where he is living, he's living at the village now. When he come back,
the village.
I do go to the village. I go to the village 2 times. They fought me seriously.
You mean that in that area nobody have ever told you that there's your children coming out from this compound?
Sometimes when they told me, I went. It's not that somebody even told me. I went to the compound. I went to the police station. I report. They gave me police because I know they always fought me. When I get there, I saw my daughter. My daughter doesn't even know me. I saw my daughter. I was like asking her through one distance from the gate, how are you? Who are you? Oh, do you know your mother? We have been talking, chatting. Where is your brother? After I told him, I told the girl, Destiny, she answered me. I said, so if you see your mother, you can know your mother. She said, my mother is inside. I said, Destiny. She answered me. I said, I'm your biological mother. Look at me. Immediately I tell this girl, I'm your biological mother. Look at me. She picked rest. She picked rest and ran. That is to prove that and that their father told them that I am mad. Then her God spiritual mother went and she told me that now my daughter came to her and asked her, Mommy, is it really that my mother is a mad woman? That was when I go there again. I said, okay, that means I am a mad woman. He said the stepmother told them that I am mad. Anywhere they see me, that they should run away.
You have family. Do you have brothers?
I have brothers.
Have any of them go to him? Because you people, have they returned the diary?
He didn't collect.
He did not collect the
Yes, he did not collect.
So people are still married traditionally. Have you involved your family? Have you involved your family, your kinsmen, to approach him, allowing you access to your children?
Yes.
And who have you informed?
My kinsmen, they went there. The day they went there, my husband nearly fought them. My husband turned to tell them that I came with a native doctor. People were there. He said I came with them. If you see any of them around that compound again, that he will use police and arrest them. After the whole distance, the senior brother was there that day. After the whole distance, our people have to go. He didn't even welcome them inside our compound. He didn't allow anybody to come in. After that one, I left. Then I left. I went to the DPO of their place. I explained everything to him. He gave me access with the police people to go. When I reached there, that was the one I'm telling you. I was talking with my children, my child in the gate. She was inside, the gate was locked and peeping me when I knocked. So when I told her that I'm her mother, she started running. Then I say, okay, that means this thing they're saying that he told them I am mad. Maybe the child will say the mad woman have come. She ran away. You see? So since then, I have been trying everything to make sure I reach my children. My husband gave automatic order in the village that no anybody he sees me around with is in trouble. He will call police for the person. The little boy.
How small is that your village that only your husband is terrorizing everybody?
Mommy, I am telling you that people are after money.
Where are you? Where are you from exactly?
My own place. Yes. I am from Umuahia.
Umuahia.
Yes. I'm from Umuahia.
And where is the man from?
Imo State, Mbano.
Mbano. So where is he living presently?
He's at Mbano because there is his own hotel there.
Eh?
His own hotel.
What is the name of the hotel?
I don't know the name.
Okay. Is he still staying in South Africa or he's based in Nigeria now?
Since COVID-19, he is here in Nigeria.
It's COVID-19 that kept in Nigeria?
Yes. He has been here since COVID-19.
So how long has he taken these children from you?
Since 2009.
2009 till now is how many years now?
Almost 11 years.
11 years?
Yes.
And your first child, the one of them is 3 years. Was 3 years then?
When she took her.
So now the girl is 14 years?
Yes.
And the other one is 7 years?
Yes.
So now the person is 11 years. That is the other one is 18 years. The boy.
Yes.
You mean a boy of 18 years cannot look for the mother, this person that have already gained freedom?
The boy is not earning freedom because of the way the father is handling him. He doesn't give my child phone. He doesn't allow him to move freely. And I don't believe that this thing is ordinary. Because the way people are telling me, the people that say they see my son, that the way my son is behaving, that's the thing that my husband is doing for them not to have the feeling of a mother that is affecting my son. And I'm seeing it that my husband become so diabolic. Because in this case now, my husband has done something that makes him not to want me in his family. Want me around him, mommy. Because if I start going through, if I tell you what I passed through before this thing happened, you will know that there is something going on, which maybe where my husband went and put hand, they have told him that he will not be with this woman or this woman must be dead. Because they have found my life by all means. They have done everything to take this my life you are seeing here away from me. Now my husband will call me on phone. When he call me on phone, he will speak with me nicely. He will call me a good woman with good heart. After everything, my husband will still go ahead and be telling people, if you see me around him, if you see me at his corner. I said, I am not coming around you. I'm not coming at your corner because anything God will do, he has done it for me. This is brother who is a problem that started this issue. I am now to tell you that he cannot move the same road with my husband. The lawyer that carried this case to court, I ran to him and said, if 2 persons are fighting, that immediate or the 3 person, Oga, look at what happened. I don't know all these things my husband is talking. Because he wants to get money from his client. After this case, the 2 months, that man died. That his wife now, that is married, was a girl that was coming to my house. I was feeding her. My husband was telling me that is their sister's daughter that's schooling. I never knew my husband was training this girl in the school. I was feeding her. Now she has come into the house. She's the one my husband is marrying. Till today, she've not been a child. I don't know, but I only know that my God is fighting my battle. Is fighting my battle, because if I start telling everything how it happened, the whole of this day will go. But what I am pleading is those keys. I passed through CS to go get those keys. Since he don't want me, let me have access to my children. I am a mother. I can be in the house now. I wear clothes, and I want somebody to button that cloth or to zip that cloth for me. Unless if I come outside. If I come outside, I will ask somebody to button my cloth for me. I can cook a cup of rice in my house. I cannot finish a cup of rice in my house, but I have children. I will stay to take water and drink, unless if I come down to go and fetch that water. I have children. Let him give me access to my children. Let him go with the money. I suffered for him, but since they say I don't merit it, let them go with the money. My God is able. Because today I don't believe that I will be alive in this life with what I went through. That is only what I want. He said it with his wife. How can another woman be training my children? That my little girl. Let him go to their test. If they say that child is not his child, let Ike give me the child. Let him give me the child. Let me start looking for the father. But if they say that that blood is his blood, God will then stand for me and him. He has nothing against me. Okay, this Latin of a man that my husband said he caught me with him. Could you believe that this man went to court and he stood? After the listen, they killed this man. The only person that was standing to say this is not what happened. Nothing. This man is my friend. Is this one? They killed him.
They killed the Latin.
Yes, they killed him. Now, my husband in the court said, I went to.
Calm down. Calm down. Give her, take cold water from that place. Give it to her. Human rights defender now says to justice, good afternoon. Are you calling in respect of this case?
You know, the number I used to register the case is there, but I'm not in Nigeria.
Sorry, please, no call now. If you want to call, we'll just open a call line for people that want to really calm this woman down, to put call across to the house on 0903-02474. You've heard what she said so far. Despite we're still going to go official. If you have any reasonable and meaningful advice for her as regard on this case she brought to this office, and so far her explanation, please call in to give her word of encouragement. Thank you. Human rights defender and access to justice, good morning.
Good morning. I called not quite long. I want to explain something to you, please.
Hold on, you cannot, hold on. Listen to me so that you will not say I'm rude. I drop phone on you. The line will open now. We open the line for this particular case. If you want to inquire, please call back in another 1 hour, please.
Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Mrs. Victor calling from Abuja.
Okay, V, good
I'm
afternoon.
calling in respect of the case that is ongoing.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is so emotional for me right now as a mother and as a woman.
Yeah.
I just want to plead on her behalf. If there's anything we can do to help this woman to have access to her children, it's so painful and so pathetic. I don't know. I've been trying to control my tears, but it's difficult. She's going through a lot. If there's any way, I don't mind that I can even come in personally I made a comment on the comment section. If we can have access to the man on Facebook, or if there's any way people like the public can get in touch with the man, and see how we can help this woman to have access to her children. 11 years staying without having access to your children. You know what that means? This is terrible. I want to appeal to your office, to your good office, and see what we can do to help this woman, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. God bless you. Now calm down. Woman right defender and access to justice. Good afternoon. Hello, can you turn down the volume of what you are watching from? Who is speaking and where are you calling from, please? Okay, woman right defenders and access to justice. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, madam.
Your name?
My name is Rose from UK.
Rose from UK. Go ahead, ma.
Yeah, mother, I really want to thank you. I want to appreciate for the good work you're doing. Really God is blessing you.
We can't hear you, ma. We can't hear you.
I said I really want to appreciate you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
What you're doing in here. Yeah, God will bless you and also and your family.
Amen.
I want to quickly add to what this, want to feel like this, you know, what she said. You see, madam, please, you have to be very prayerful. Thank God for the hospital that you've contacted. Thank God for that. What I want to say here, I've passed through what you're passing through. Because at the point my lawyer died, my mother died, my uncle died under 3 months because of something like this that I went through. Be very prayerful and don't be emotional. This is the time to be saved, both spiritually and physically. Even if you don't have mouth, even if you don't have mouth, God will be your mouthpiece.
Yes.
Just follow what the office will tell you to do. What the president tell you to do, follow it. Don't deviate from it. That is what I have to say. Just be strong. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose. God bless you, ma'am. Human rights defenders and access to justice. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, who is
My name is Nkiro. My name is Nkiro Waf. I'm calling from South Africa.
Okay, how are you, ma?
I'm fine, and you, ma?
Fine, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank God
please.
for you. I appreciate God for what He's using you to do.
Thank you, ma.
I just want to talk to this woman because when she was saying this, you might be, at times it's like she's just telling a story. Anyone that married a husband that stays in South Africa knows the outcome of it. It is not easy. I'm also in the to encourage her to keep on trusting her God. Please, if there is any way you will help her, please, to see her children. Because it is not easy. How can a mother not see her children for 11 good years? Please, ma, help her. My sister, be consoled. God knows whatever you are passing through, and He will surely see you through. Oh?
It's okay. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good afternoon.
From Philippines.
Okay, go ahead, ma. Go ahead, sir.
All right, at first I want to appreciate your work. I have been following this program always. And I want to appreciate the good work you are doing, you and your husband.
Thank you, sir.
So concerning this case that is going on now, is so touching. And I also feel the pain the woman is passing through.
Yeah.
Even though through the her explanation there are some little lapses, but coming to the point she has now, which is actually the main point why I think she's there, is because she don't have access to the children.
Yeah.
And I want to appeal from your office and also to meaningful Nigerians and those women, like most of these organizations we have in Nigeria, to put hands together to make sure that these women have access to the children, even if she has done anything wrong to the man, does not warrant that the woman would deny access to the children. Yeah. The children means a lot to the, especially when the woman passed through CS.
Through CS.
Okay, it means a lot for every mother, at least to see the face of the children, because the way I'm seeing it, you don't know what the man is telling the children, maybe forget about the mother, that the mother is dead or something like that. Because if the children has never talked about the mother, it means somebody must have been removing their eyes from the woman. So I thank God that she is here now. We have to try all your possible best. I trust this office. We can keep call across to know if the children still know that they have a mother. So I think with that, the man must respond, because it's already on air and everybody is listening to this program as well.
Is the man on Facebook?
So, madam, I want to advise you as well. Please take heart, and the only two people you can tell the truth about your life is your doctor and your lawyer. You are here. Do not talk to favor you or to do other things. Just make sure that everything you are saying is the reality. Because when you are saying the other way around, just to make people feel sorry for you and think otherwise. When you are cross-examined, you see some things that will start coming out. So remain on the reality and the truth, and at the end you are going to get justice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chukwudi. God bless you really good for this meaningful contribution. Human rights defenders and access to justice, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, mommy.
Yeah, who is speaking and where are you calling from, sir?
Mr. Joseph Reze, calling from Lagos State.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Is this case of Joy or Hazurike?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
So, I know what you people can do, because it's not an easy thing for a mother not seeing her children over 11 years. I mean, how many years now?
Yes.
It's unbearable. So, and again, I want to advise this woman, because she has endured it on already, and let her lift the case for God. The only problem now is for the way that she can able to see her kids, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pleading, if you people can assist her, because nobody is above the law,
Yeah.
and nobody has a power over everybody, anybody. So that man is not powerful than other men in Nigeria. So I want you people to use the virtual power you people have. I know what your husband can do. I know his action. So please, for this woman, for her life to last more, because it's not an easy something. She has passed through a lot. The way I hear her statement. So I hope she is hearing me now.
Yeah, she can
Let
hear.
let her table the matter to God, and I know God is already at work.
God will do it.
So
Thank you very much.
but I want you people.
All right, thank you, sir. Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon. Who is speaking and where are you calling from?
Okay. Well,
Turn down the volume of your set.
okay.
Your name and where you are calling from.
Okay, I'm Sister Gloria, calling from Lagos.
Gloria from Lagos. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay.
Are you calling in respect of this case? Okay. Miss Gloria, call. Briefly, our call line is 090302474 is the call line on this very case of Mrs. Joy, and it has the case that we are handling. Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon. Hello? defender and access to justice, good afternoon. Turn down the volume of yourself, please.
Okay. Please, love your standard. Good afternoon. It's network.
Your name?
Mrs. Gloria, I'm calling from Lagos.
Go ahead.
Okay. Please.
What? Human right defender and access to justice, good afternoon.
I am Honorable Isaac Uguzo. I'm calling from Umwani Abia State.
Honorable
Isaac
Isaac.
Uguzo. Oh, Isaac.
Hold on. I'm interested in your contribution because you are calling from the same state. Honorable Isaac Uguzo, right?
Yeah. Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
So I am pleased. That is my sister you are talking about. I think I know her face. But what I'm contributing right now is that please, my honorable human rights defender, please help that my sister to find justice because she really needs justice. It's not easy for a woman that bears children without being with her children over 11 years. He is on God's phone. And she needs prayer. She needs prayer, really prayer, and it's only God that will help her out of this. Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Hello? It's only God that will help her out of this very trouble. Because that man seems to be, it means there is nobody in their village or nobody can intervene between that my sister to other to save her or get about. But I know it's only God that can intervene for her matter because she has gone past through hell, not being with her children for those years. I listened to I was shivering in myself. But I'm a man. I know what women can do. I know we can't trust women sometimes, but you only endure them. If you are ready to marry, you are ready to endure a lot of things because of God. Because nobody is above mistake. Anyone can go beyond and still correct himself. Please, I am begging on behalf of that lady for her to have her children.
Thank you very much, Honorable. God bless you. Human rights defenders and access to justice, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who is speaking and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, who is speaking and where are you calling from?
Hello?
We can hear you.
I'm Nick. I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
Your name?
Ninka.
Linka, go ahead, ma'am.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm watching this thing regarding the Mr. Chigoze. They should have done their mathematics and their homework before they come to this platform. Because it's like the husband and wife are not serious about all what you are saying. First and foremost, you said the guy was owing him 240. Out of the 240, he has paid 20,000. The calculation should be.
I thought they are calling for a reasonable case amendment. Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Please, if you are calling, there is a different case we are handling now. And I just noticed somebody is calling for a case that we have handled before. Please, the case we are handling now is the woman you are seeing here right now, Miss Joy. Mrs. Joy.
Yes, that's the one I want to talk about.
Go ahead, sir.
What I want to say is, I want to say we should handle this case with some level of caution.
Sir?
This same situation happened. I think we should handle it when we are talking. We should be a bit careful.
Yeah.
Because cases like this, when they start, by the time you have the facts of the case, opinions will change. Some years back, this same situation happened to me.
Sir, we barely hear you. We cannot hear you at all. We can't hear you.
I said this type of thing. This type of thing happened to me some years back. Me, I'm a man. I had custody of my children. My wife was so dead. So we parted. So those people she was hanging on with are the ones now suffering her went welfare in Lagos. all of them, everybody was reading down my throat. But until when they heard from me, when they saw what I wrote at the police station, they asked us I clip everything as well. What was they did the lawyer work with you? Look what it is.
Okay, what's your hold on, sir. Hold on, sir.
Now.
Hold on, please. Your name, please.
I said my name is Boniface.
Boniface. And you are calling from US?
Yes, I'm calling from US.
Okay, you say similar things happened and you took custody of your children. If I can get you.
Yes, today they are with me. Yes.
And you deny your wife access to her kids?
Wait. When somebody is hurting, there's something that will happen. I want to say to you the way they are. When the man is hurting, there's a way woman will be hurting so much. And then the lifestyle she's living, you feel it's not upright. She hasn't got the moral balance to create children for you. You need to come with those children. But if you take it gently, go to that man, people talk to him. He will come down like my own case. She was no longer the place. Later enough for her. If you behave like, I will not be seeing these children. Because they do the police, she came to trust if those children are running away. They ran into this Ayobode, they ran into, she went to this inside one room with my children. And I reported at the police, we have to use her friends, they arrested her friends, we had the located my children. At the point of locating my children inside that area, the road was so bad. See now, somebody that has been away from my house for more than 6 months, brought water for me to wash my legs. If you can do this.
Okay, please, because we need to attend to other calls that are coming in.
No, yes,
you want to turn it to an individual thing because, yeah, so please, random.
I now gave her access. I gave her access to come and be seen with children because the way the life she lives, she cannot live with me again. Come and see the children. For more than 3 years now, she has not come to see those children. But she was crying all over the place. Who were teaching her? That's what I'm trying to say. I want to hear from the man so that we'll have a balanced opinion. That's what I'm trying.
All right. If we keep giving chance, calls will keep coming in and I think this is the last call for today. Human rights defenders and access to justice. Good afternoon.
This is Mrs. Bomiala Sima.
From where?
From social defense, ma.
Are you calling in respect of this case?
Yes, ma. I want to take it. Hello, ma.
Go ahead. 1 second. You are done. You are the last caller.
Hello, ma. I said I'm asking if you married Sally. So I would like you to solve it for us, ma, because I saw the post on the Facebook.
Okay. However you call your name, kindly call us much later. We don't discuss all that. If you have marital issue, visit our office for number 93 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, beside Glow office, or 14 Kalejaye Street, Obutade, Shasha, last bus stop by Air Force Mami Market, Shasha. That is where you can, if you have any place you want to lay complaint officially. First of all, before you round up on this case, I want to send my appreciation to Mrs. Victor from Abuja. You are indeed a good follower of this page, and God bless you real good for your contribution. Rose from UK, whatever, from South Africa. Sorry if the name was not properly put down. Chukudi for Philippines, I thank you for your meaningful contribution. Joseph from Lagos, Mrs. Gloria from Lagos, then Isaac from Abia State, Honorable Isaac, then Linka from UK, Boniface from US. Briefly, I want to respond to a few people which I know you'll be watching me from wherever you are. Basically, for Honorable Isaac Mwagweze, is it directly related to you? Can you speak up? You don't know the person. Okay, the person said it's from Abia State. Maybe because you say you are from Abia State, so he felt you guys are friends. One. Then I want to also speak to Mr. Boniface, Boniface, that the person, the second to the last caller from US that just called. Yes, before we concluded on any matter, we always want to listen to the side story of the other party. But I think efforts proved abortive by her. She has not been able to provide us proper contact information of Mrs. Ohazurike. Is that the name, Abi? Is there any number you can feed us with? Eh? The wife number. We can still call the wife number to avail us the number, since you don't have his direct number. But it will be better for anybody that that's watched this woman case from any part of the world you are, either in Lagos, any part of the state you are. I beg you, if you know this husband of hers, we will appreciate if you avail us the telephone number of the man, which the number you can send the telephone number of Mr. Ohazurike to us, which is Dominic Ohazurike, is 08033024550 or 0903-024-74 or 0903-024-84. Anybody from Imo State, from Abia State, where both are residing, and you know the telephone number of this Mr. Dominic Ohazurike, which this woman is live in our office, complaining, crying, seeking for the help of everybody across the globe to beg this man to allow her access to her children, which she bore through Caesarea. You know, if you are a mother and you have conceived children, you have conceived and bore a child, even children, you know the pain you have passed through to have those children in your hands. Talk more of somebody that went through Caesarea. They did operation first, they did second operation for her to have those children. Then for whatever reason or problem that is on between herself and the man choose the only way you can pay a man or a woman back is to seize their children. That is wickedness of the height of everything. Mr. Boniface, you said your wife or your ex-wife was with your children in a place where nobody would like to live. A frustration of any woman is from a man that you are married to. When you see a woman frustrated, being unnecessarily angry, looking haggard, looking like a mad person, talking without even thinking, having undigested words, if you watch a woman going unkept, looking unkept, moving from one donkey to another, check the lives and the relationship she's into. The brain behind that problem is the man that she's married to. So if you think your wife was staying in a place that is very unkept for your children, I don't owe you apology, Mr. Boniface. You are the reason why that woman was living like that. Because if you did not frustrate her, if you did not allow her to live that frustrated life of hers that leads to her living in a place that you felt is unkept for your children, and you have to go and seize the children for whatever reason, anything you are talking about the children, about the woman, you are responsible. Because when you are married to a man, you are married to a woman, your duty in the life of that man, that woman, is for you to try to correct the error you made that person with, and either try to manage the excess of that person, because nobody is perfect on this earth. You meet people, individual from different background, from different family, from different upbringing, and you don't expect that person to become the egg, the diamond that you wish in life. Ask anybody that is married, including your father and your mother. I don't think that they stayed till 30 years or 50 years or even 90 years before they died. They will never tell you that even your husband, their husband, which is your father, neither your mother, who is their wife, has always been their choice. When a woman behave, a man will say, had I known, I wouldn't have married you. When a man put up an attitude, a woman would think, if I had known, I would have even lived, I wouldn't have even, accept to this proposal of this man. Many people have killed men, killed women today because of the attitude of their spouse. Because when you start a life, a relationship, you never talk the person into it. And what you are saying, you never let the person understand, this is the kind of life I am going to live after marrying you. This is not the kind of life I'm going to live after settling down with this man. Then after some time, a man will put up his own nonchalant attitude. A woman will put up her own nonchalant attitude. Two parties begin to live independently, begin to put up attitude that is becoming unbearable for each other. You being in the life of that man is not by coincidence. It's not by accident. You are there for a purpose. Until you know your purpose of being in the life of a man or being in the life of a woman, then you will never fulfill that you desire, not even in the life of another man or another woman. You are saying a woman that you stayed with, a woman that you are married to, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and all that, and you have affection with the same person, you have children with the same person, all of a sudden the person becomes the demon, the man becomes the demon, the woman becomes the evil thing that you are calling, and you think the only way you can pay that mad woman back or that madman back is to seize his or her children. That is demonic. That is evil. You have no human feelings, and God will not forgive you, because children is not for one person. Two people brought forth children to this world. So if you have children in your custody, you should consider the enjoyment, the feeling you are having keeping those children in your custody. That person needs the children, that child also, in his or her own custody. You can have any way on how to pay back or get back at a man or a woman, not to seize their children, not to seize a man's children and deny the man access to his children, not to seize a woman's children and deny her access to her children, because you feel you want to pay the person, because you feel you have the money. Weight is given to those that can use it, and not to those that can use it to humiliate and intimidate the innocent. Whatever you get on this earth and you are using to intimidate people, any source you get, God will seize it. If the devil give you weight, God have the authority to close that source. If God bless you with his weight or entrust you with his weight, he have the authority, the audacity to seize it. So you calling to tell us we should listen to and whatever. Yes, we will listen to. But is this woman mad? Is she insane? That she cannot communicate with her children? That she cannot see her children? Can somebody did it to you and you feel comfortable as a man? That your children is seized from you and you cannot communicate with your children, and you know you have children, and one woman somewhere keep the children to herself, when you know you have Johnson as your son, you have Junior as your son, you have Helen as your daughter, and you cannot communicate with them, and you have children. That is the height of evil of any man, any woman would ever do to his or her fellow human being. Relationship is no more palatable, good and fine, acceptable. Let her go on her separate way. You go on your separate way. Let everybody settle down with whoever they think they can accommodate or they can tolerate. Bringing issue of children in, and you are making somebody to be going about lonely as if he never have children, as if he have no child. That is wickedness. God can never forgive anybody that is doing such thing. We are going to get the man's number. We will write officially. Normally, this office will stand for justice. And in as much as we still want that, we will still try our best to communicate. It's just that she have no number. Each time the man called her, the man will block his phone and line. His lines. Pardon me. The man blocked his line before calling her. So she don't know a particular number the man is using except the number of the man's wife. And if you are a woman, you are living with a man and somebody sees, your husband sees his ex-children and you feel you have gathered your own children, blood is thicker than water. The source the children come out will always remain. And madam, apart from woman rights, you bear these children. They are your children, right? You never start prayer. Only 2 prayer points that you will pray, that children will become terror. Are you with me? Blood of a mother and children is thicker than anything. How much more a children that you cry, blood come out of your body, tears roll out of your body, you pass through pain outside carrying them for 9 months, and you are waiting for the wound of where they pick your child to be healed. Not once, not twice. And somebody will stay somewhere and take it. You never know how to channel your prayer. I will tell you how to channel that prayer from today. Are you with me? You are seeking for physical assistance. When you go beyond physical assistance and begin to seek for spiritual assistance, they will beg you with those children to come and carry. You hear me? The spirit control the physical. And who go for justice, go with equity. When your hand is clear, when your mind is clear, when you are the children, the mother, the biological mother of those children, when you speak to the earth will honor you. When you talk to the moon will speak to you. Any altar where they are invoking your children against you will catch fire. You are not channeling your prayer well. You are praying amiss. But I will give you few guidelines. While we are doing the physical, you go in for the spiritual. You understand me? And that demon will be chased to hell. You can't cry you can't share your tears. Your tears is too precious to be sharing because you don't know avenue on how to address your issue. If you know avenue on how to address your issue, you will sit down and your enemy will bow at your feet. Don't cry. Stop that. Okay? It's very painful. I feel your pain. But I cannot cry. I can't cry because I know there's a solution to it. You can only cry when you have no solution. You can only cry when you notice that God is already dead. Can God die? Have you seen God there? Have you had anybody that cried to God, God died, and God run away? I can disappoint you as a woman being. Anybody you run to can disappoint you physically, but your God cannot disappoint you. That avenue that you need to call, and that altar will begin to shift, will begin to scatter. You leave that channel and you begin to run helter-skelter. Let everybody die. You will live to see your children. Don't be scared. Lawyer die, the other one die, another one die. Don't even use that to scare yourself. Are you hearing me? He said the head of the wicked shall go for the head of the righteous. Their head will roll. They say roll. Say the heads will roll for the head of the righteous. It's your children. And you will cry, oh Lord God, my Father, the giver of those children. He is the one that formed those children in your womb.
He knew what, you don't even know what would have happened to you. And is the pain, maybe they were looking for your head. And that pain, God said, oh no. The same way he did to Job. He allowed Job to go through so many challenges. Children go, properties go, everything go. But the life of Job was not touched. God said no to you. That you see the life of this woman, I can never give it to you. She can only pass through the pain, but the life can never be given. I did not approve it. That is what God says. And you pass through pain, and now you will enjoy your children. So don't even jubilate, don't celebrate devil and say, this person go to court, he died. The other one go here, he died. Another one go there, he died. The head of many can die for you. You don't know.